right. That's right. We raise a glass to vodka, the so-called water of life, in celebration of National Vodka Day, which is this Sunday.
Jack Ford-Teich is a mixologist. He is here to whip up a few cocktails to help us party in style.
Always.
Does it surprise you that vodka outpaces the rest in terms of popularity?
Not really. You know, the nice thing about vodka is that what it brings to the table is really customizable.
Yeah, it's totally versatile, right?
You can do it to your flavor profile, to what your menu is for that evening, or, you know, in some cases, to an allergy or a sensitivity that you have. You know, it gives you a nice base to work from.
Are you a fan of infused or flavored vodkas?
Infused and flavored, I look at them as two different things. If you infuse your own vodka, then yes, because you can control the ingredients.
Like a Stoli with all the pineapple?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, Chop House, good stuff. You know, you can really control the flavor and the quality of the ingredients that way. One tricky thing about flavored vodkas is they're not required to list what the ingredients are that are flavoring them. So people, especially with food allergies and sensitivities being what they are, that could be where your sensitivity is coming from, because vodka itself can't really contain anything that would touch off any sensitivities.
One of the things that I think is fascinating, I want you to talk about this today, is that a lot of people use juice in their cocktails or as a mixer, but what you're using are actually jams and jellies.
Yeah, you know, you can always use juice, but when you elevate your spirit and you spend a little bit more to get a nicer quality vodka or maybe a better mixer, you don't really want to mask that with something, especially a lot of the juices, the commercial ones that you get are maybe not even the juice you think it is.
Yeah.
You get a bottle of cranberry juice, it's 30% apple juice, 20% grapefruit juice, or grape juice rather, and you maybe top out at 27% actual juice in the thing. When you get into your jams, jellies, especially this time of year, we all have a friend who goes to the farmer's market and buys 500 pounds of strawberries, and then you have jar after jar of strawberry jam. Well, it tastes like the middle of summer even when you open it in winter, so why not use that? I mean, all a jelly or jam is just a condensed syrup, so you just have to make sure that you use it in the correct way.
All right, let's see you do your thing.
So we're going to look at our Cosmopolitan and reinvent it by, first of all, I don't like to use a flavored vodka because, as I said, you don't really know exactly what's in it, but also they vary a lot in price, availability, and flavor from brand to brand. So this way you have a real good control. You can pick your favorite and always stick with it.
Okay, so you put the vodka in
So
first.
we put your vodka, you always start with your vodka, right? And then you can either do a combination of fresh lemon juice, lime juice, and simple syrup, or you can just do what I do sometimes and make a lemon simple syrup, where you just make simple syrup with the juice versus the water.
Oh, cool.
It makes the syrup last for a good long time in the refrigerator, and then you don't have to mess with too many things on your bar.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
can smell that.
So I like to use a really high quality orange liqueur. You know, you can get the $2 bottle of triple sec at the bargain bin at the store, but you get what you pay for in a lot of things, either on the flavor or on the hangover the next day.
Because of the high fructose corn syrup
and all sorts of other nonsense that they're not required to disclose what's in it.
So you put some Grand Marnier in.
I use the Grand Marnier if you like. I like the richness that it adds, especially this time of year. But if you like a cleaner flavor, you know, Cointreau is always a really great go-to, really fresh orange flavor.
Something I'll use is
so then we're gonna skip the cranberry juice altogether, and what I have here is this is organic jellied cranberry sauce. This is the kind of thing that you would find on your Thanksgiving table. You know, chances are you have a box or a can of this in your pantry that's been there for a couple of years that you just don't know what to do with because it's not very great to eat all the time.
Using too.
So you want to do a good tablespoon of it inside your drink and give it a little stir to break it up. Now, the great thing about this is when you look at the ingredients, it's organic cranberries, organic cane sugar, and water. That's all that it is. So you have the control here to decide how sweet you'd like your drink to taste, but also how much sugar and artificial preservatives that you really want to put into your body. So from here on out, it's pretty much the same thing. You want to put a good amount of ice in your shaker, and this is where you want to not be afraid to really give it a good shake. This is one of my favorite ones.
This is interesting because I've never thought of a bartender worrying about the health content of drinks.
Well, you know, at the restaurant that I run now, we're very, very focused on seasonality.
Engine Company 3.
Engine Company 3 in Walker's Point.
Yes,
absolutely. Doing this, or if I'm not doing this, I'm writing the schedule or running food or whatever other wonders that I get to do. But, you know, we're very focused on using only fresh seasonal items because it is better for you, and we'd like to support the things that come from our community. And so you can get cranberries from our community, even cranberry sauce from our community, but cranberry juice cocktail is not really coming from the farm down the road.
No,
so
it's not.
one thing, when you're using jams or fruit purees, you want to make sure that you keep a fine mesh strainer around so you don't get any of those whole bits of fruit or other little unpleasant beasties floating around in your cocktail. And you'll notice what you get from this too is a much more refined color. It's not that really,
Of course, you mix the perfect size without measuring anything.
Exactly. I noticed that
We
too.
all have our own talents, right?
And you go, Jack.
There we have it. And then you can garnish it classically with a little bit of lemon peel. I actually like a little orange peel, especially with the whole cranberry. It really brings another
Beautiful.
note. And then you just give it a little swirl around, and that's ready to drink.
A little dippy.
I gotta taste
Now, the
that.
beauty of this is, as a method versus a recipe, is that you can swap out one ingredient
what's
at a
this guy?
time to have a new cocktail. So let's say you don't have a can of cranberry juice in the fridge, but what you do have is your artisan jam that you picked up at the farmer's market. This is from 5 Lily's Artisan Jams made here locally, and this is made with blueberries, lavender, and peach.
I can smell a little of the lavender.
And all
It's
the
different. You can tell the color is different. The color is
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh, Jack.
But you see, you get the real
at the difference
flavor
in the
from
color.
the cocktails.
Yeah,
You know,
look
I
at
have a
that.
third one here that I made with actually a jalapeno and tomato jam that we use at the restaurant in one of our sandwiches. And it gives you kind of that idea of a Bloody Mary, but still a little more refreshing, which work great on your brunch buffet or,
that's
you know,
cool looking.
anywhere in the day on
Cheers.
vodka day, right?
That
All
is
right.
So here's
so
the vodka day.
cool.
You can find Jack at Engine Company 3. That's where you can find him. Go and get yourself a nice
That's
little
gonna
Cosmo.
whip
Something
you
fresh.
up a cool cocktail. Do you serve these at the restaurant?
We'll serve anything that we have the ingredients to make at the restaurant.
I like that.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Thank
is
you,
really
Jack.
good.
Absolutely.
Happy
Love
Vodka
it.
Day.
Happy vodka
Yeah.
day. Let's hope we remember the next day, right?
Vodka.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much. I love it.